How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the A-Bomb Adventure channel. So today's video is going to be the start of our next adventure, and we are in Clearwater, Florida. We actually came down here. We wanted to take the opportunity to come down here for a few days, and I'm going to have a collaboration video with Weld.com. Their shop is here locally in Largo, Florida, so not too far from Clearwater, and I plan on going down there and having a shop day with them, and you know, getting some video for the A-Bomb 79 channel. And we wanted to take the week and be able to come down here and visit Clearwater. I have been here one time before, but it was a long time ago, and I was basically in and out for a wedding. I didn't get to see anything. I didn't get to visit anything, so I really don't remember anything about Clearwater. So it's not my first time, but it's going to be my first time getting to come to Clearwater and actually see and enjoy it. So I'm not sure what all is on the plate for Abby and I and what we're going to be doing. I know there's a lot of things in the area to go and see, so we're going to hopefully get some of those places on our list. Maybe go out and see one of the local state parks here out there on the Gulf of Mexico. There's also Tarpon Springs just up the road from us. There's Weeki Wachee Springs up the road from us. There's an aquarium here. And one of the places on our list definitely is going to be Charlie's Steakhouse, which is in Tampa. We ate at Charlie's in Orlando, and Steve and I both agree that that's the best restaurant steak that we've ever had. So we were really happy with that. So they got one here in Tampa. We're going to be going over there Sunday to have us a nice steak dinner there as a family. So I'm going to get a little bit of footage of the park here. We're staying at the KOA. This is the KOA Holiday at Lake Tarpon, which is in Clearwater, Florida, and it is a beautiful park. We're actually all the way in the back of the campground here. We'll go ahead and get you a little shot of what things are looking like. We're on the very back lot, which is really pretty back here. We got the nice tree behind us, real close to the dumpsters right there, but fortunately I'm not getting any kind of smell. But there's a look to the west, looking at the rest of the campground, and you know, we'll go through there. We got the little monkey, and I'll take you on a ride through the park so you guys can kind of see what the KOA looks like right here. We got in yesterday, and Abby and I went up to the pool. They got a really nice pool, real deep one too. It's 8 foot, and we went up there and enjoyed, you know, a couple hours just lounging in the pool, had a couple of beers, and then kind of relaxed last night. But it's been quite an adventure getting here, not for us, but for Abby's parents, Steve and Lori. That's their rig right there, and they're all in there getting their work done right now. Hopefully get it done pretty soon so we can all go and, you know, find some nice lunch somewhere here in Clearwater. So I might have a separate video to share on the channel. You may have seen it by now, I don't know, but I've already got some footage of building one of the spare tire racks for the back of Steve's camper, same one that I built for the back of mine. I actually built one for the back of his camper. Let me get out of the road here since we got somebody coming. And so we've got a spare tire rack mounted on the back of his camper right here. This is a 14-ply spare tire that I went and bought in Madison, Florida. Rim and tire. But there's the mount, so we've got it all loaded up on the back of his original one was all mangled up and bent, but there was a whole adventure that they already went through with their camper having a blowout not even 100 miles down the road on a brand new set of tires that they put a new set of tires on whenever they got back from Carabel, Florida, because he had a blowout coming back from there. So he swapped out to a brand new set of tires, didn't even get 100 miles down the road, and the right rear tire blew out on him, completely shredded. So they got the spare tire on there. We were ahead of them. We were already in Madison, so I went into town, bought the spare, and had it waiting for them, so whenever they get back, you know, when they met up with us, we would have it. They get, I don't know how far down the road, Alachua, Florida, one of the other tires failed. This time it was a valve stem that was leaking down, so he had to change the spare again. Luckily I had the spare on there, so he was able to put the spare I bought on the camper. And then so what I did, I searched for a tire store in Gainesville that had 14-ply trailer tires. I found one called Dale's Tire, and after they got the spare mounted, they drove down to Dale's. They bought another new set of tires for the camper, and swapped them all out, and hopefully that's going to be the end of the blowout problems. Hopefully. We got our fingers crossed. Maybe that the tires that they sold them were not good tires, they were cheap tires. They claimed to be rated, they had the proper load rating, but they just bad quality. So they got from Gainesville to here with no issues, and hopefully that's going to continue for the rest of the trip and beyond. So as I said, we may have something else to share on that little adventure right there. But for now, I think I'm just going to, I'm going to get you a shot of the campground here so that you guys can see what the KOA in Clearwater looks like. And we want to, just go check out some of the local stuff, do some of the touristy thing. So we'll hopefully I'll have some cool footage to share with you throughout the week. All right, maybe some barbecue as well. All right, couple of little minor changes I'll point out on my camera mounts, and also a new camera that I'm using. So I'm getting ready to take a ride around the Monkey right there. The footage that I've been providing to you before riding on the Monkey, with it mounted with this camera, this is the Hero 7 that I'm using. This was the little mount that we were using. It's made by Forever Cam, and I don't know if this mount has been my noise problem, because it always sounds like something is rattling. And this does have a little bit of felt right there in the bottom, but there's none on the top. So I got a feeling that maybe some of the motorcycle noise is coming up through this mount and into the camera itself, or the camera itself has some kind of noise inside of it with the the little frame that it's mounted in. I'm not sure yet, so I just got to take some video, edit it, and see how it comes out. So I took this one off, the Forever Cam. I'm going to save it because I can still use it for something. And I actually mounted this. This is a GoPro brand bar mount right here. All right, so it's like a clamshell that you squeeze around. It's got a big heavy rubber bushing there to isolate it, and I've got it nice and tight. You can actually pivot this if you push that little lock down. You can click it in different angles like that, so it actually lines up perfect in that angle looking straight ahead. So we're going to try this and see if this mount maybe helps the noise on the camera. I'm going to be using the Hero 7 with the foam windsock again, because that helps keep the noise, the wind noise down. All right, so I did buy a new camera. I now have one of the Hero 8s. Here is the new Hero 8 right here. Get out here where I got a little light shining. So here's the Hero 8. That's just a little foam GoPro handle that I bought with it, so I'd have an extra handle. And unfortunately, whenever I bought this, I didn't have time to get the foam windsock for it from Amazon. That's usually where I buy them from. They're like 10 bucks off Amazon. It was going to be delivered after we left the house, so I don't have a windsock for this. This does have a wind setting for the audio, but I don't particularly care for the way it sounds. It has a little bit of a muffled sound, which is that barbecue video that I did using this. That's why it kind of sounds a little muffled. So I'm going to use this for handheld shots, and I'm going to use the 7, which is what you're seeing right now, with the windsock mounted on the Monkey, and I'll just keep this in my pocket to have handheld shots. And that's what my plan was. I wanted to have 2 cameras so that I can mount one on the bike or the truck or anything, and still have one in my pocket that I can use for handheld shots. So let's go for a little ride around the park, and I'll show you what the KOA looks like here. It's actually really beautiful. I wanted to point out that side over there is cedar trees, and it looks really pretty. There's some cabins over there that you can rent, and even though I've never been there, it kind of reminds me of the sort of like the California redwoods, only much smaller, but it is really pretty. It's got all the Spanish moss hanging down. And there's the lawnmower getting ready to interrupt my video as per usual. Always a lawnmower, a blower, or a weed eater in the background. All right, let's go for our ride. This is a really pretty park. There's a lot of beautiful pine trees, scrub oak trees, palm trees. Very green. They got a lot of grass between the sites. Great looking place. We got the dog park right there just ahead of us. Take a look at that. Camp K9. They even got a dog wash over there where you can wash your dog. There's your pool. Back around where we started. Well, I just sat here and reviewed the one video that we just took on the monkey. I just played it right here off the GoPro. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I could still hear that rattling type noise. It sounds like a rattle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount the 8 to the bike. I'm going to go for a quick little ride. I'm going to review that video and see if the 8 makes the same noise as the 7, because it's really frustrating to hear that when I'm trying to get some good video for you guys. Okay, Hero 8 test video. Don't have a windsock on, but I do have it in wind setting on for the audio. Let's see if that helps out when we're moving. Alright, let's test that one, see what it sounds like. So I'm sitting here previewing the video that I just took with the Hero 8. Let me show you what we got here. So I've got my phone, and what's really cool about, I mean, all of them do this, but I just really started making use of this. So I go into the GoPro app, and I'm able to download the video from the camera directly to my phone. And this is the low resolution review that I'm watching right here of the ride that we just took. I can already tell that the sound coming out of this video from this camera is doing better than that Hero 7 right there. So I think the problem is the actual Hero 7 is rattling somewhere internally, or the camera body is rattling against the frame that goes around it. So it's looking to me like when I want to give you guys a monkey shot riding, I think the Hero 8 may be our better bet, so that it doesn't sound like it's rattling all the time. All right, well, we're gonna try this place for lunch. It's called Local Brewing Company here in Clearwater. Looks pretty cool.
It looks very cute.
We're gonna come and try some lunch and maybe drink a beer.
Definitely drink a beer.
Nice looking place.
Babe, look at their sign. That's you.
Huh? No drama in the LBC. Well, they do have a nice selection of beer right here.
Maduro. So good. They have it.
They got Maduro?
Yeah.
That's
from here. I'm pretty sure it's from here.
Maduro's Tampa.
Yeah. It's Tampa.
Cigar City in Tampa.
Yeah.
Here's a shot of the inside. They got a big ass fan over there. Very cool looking place. I think this might work.
Yeah.
Starting off with a flight here. Got some, I don't remember what I got. Half of the stuff on the menu was out, so I don't remember what MAD was. Do you remember what MAD is?
You took my menu.
I don't. All right, this one I'm excited about. This is a Tampa made one, and it's almost 10% alcohol. Blue Point MAD 305. Let's give it a try. They got some cauliflower, buffalo cauliflower, and then we got another flight over there. Yep. All right.
I got a Maduro.
Maduro's good. Local, made in Tampa. All right, we got some food over here. I got the fireball shrimp. I was thinking about my buddy Jason up at Fireball Tool. All right, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Lettuce wrap.
Wraps. Mm-hmm.
Lettuce wrap.
And the fig and pig pizza.
Look at this guy.
That's a flatbread. Okay. What is that there?
This is an Asian salad.
Asian salad. Well, it looks good.
Yeah.
Everything looks good. All right, we're ready to eat. We made it over to, what is this place called?
Molly Goodheads.
Well, the restaurant's Molly Goodheads, but what's the town? Ozona?
Ozona. Yeah,
Ozona.
see, there's like a brewing company right there.
Ozona. Oh yeah, there's Ozona Brewing Company. And so this was the place recommended, Molly Goodheads, seafood restaurant. I went in line and got me a beer. It was a process to get a beer because they didn't want to serve me. They're still doing that all that COVID stuff, but they ended up giving me one. But we're looking forward to it. It looks like an interesting place to get some food. One of the other locals recommended this place to come here, so it's
Here
popular.
we are.
It's popular. It's Friday. It's Friday night at 7 o'clock, and everybody is here. It is busy. It's a busy place. Waiting to get inside so we can get something to eat.
I'm excited. I'm hungry.
I'm excited too. I got me some oysters. These are some of the Apalachicola, Florida oysters. We've got some fried onion rings to share with the group. Looking forward to getting in some of this. Also got some of the crab chowder that they have here. So I'm looking forward to trying some of that. Find anything?
There's some cute t-shirts.
T-shirts. How about a koozie?
They don't have any. Because
No koozies?
No.
Oh man. Well, we'll find some.
We will.
Good? Good. All right.
Real good.
These are Apalachicola oysters, which are the best. Cracker, salt and pepper, dash of Tabasco. Excellent. I love raw oysters. I grew up eating them my whole life, and I will always eat raw oysters. It's so good. And it's great to finally get some actual Apalachicola oysters. Usually they come from Texas or Louisiana, which are good, but they're not the best. Apalachicola are the best oysters.
Hey, I found one for 40, and then I found one for 18. I'm like, I'm not buying one for 18.
You're building your last one there?
You got the last one. You got to salt, pepper them. I got a dash of hot sauce on there, and you got to kind of break them. Got to break them from the shell because they're still attached. Sometimes the guys will actually cut them like that. Put it on a saltine. It's got to be a saltine. Salt, pepper, dash of hot sauce, right there.
You're being super oyster bossy.
That's
It's the way to do it, I know.
Southern nacho is how I think. So there you go. It's good stuff. It's the best. It does. Salty. It's so earthy and salty. I love it. The oysters were excellent. And my entree is actually the crab soup called the he crab soup. And I've tasted it. It's really good. Abby got the mahi, the Maui. No, it's the ahi. I think her mom got the same thing, right? Okay. Yeah. What'd you get? Coconut shrimp.
Coconut shrimp.
Coconut shrimp. Yeah. And the onion rings are good. Those onion rings are excellent. So we're really enjoying our meal there. It's good. All right, guys. Well, it's the next day, and I wanted to talk about a couple little things real quick here. Just make a quick little segment to kind of go back onto the tire issue and having some of the tools on board of your rig so that you're kind of ready to roll if the need arises for it. So Steve and I, he's right over there. He's talking to one of the neighbors there. He and I went up to Harbor Freight earlier today. They got one right up the road here, and we wanted to get him a bottle jack to keep on his rig to help aid in changing a tire if it's needed to. You know, we had to use the block technique to get the camper up high enough, but it was still a lot of work, and you had to do it in steps to be able to get it up high enough. So I told him, I said, I think we just need a bottle jack. Those are short enough that you can put that under an axle. You can put some blocks underneath it if you need to be able to get the axle up just high enough to be able to change the tire. So now he's got a bottle jack over there. We also bought a breaker bar, a 1/2-inch drive breaker bar, a set of sockets, and he also, I was recommending him getting the DeWalt 1/2-inch drive impact, the battery powered impact, because he's already got some of the other DeWalt tools. So I'll show you what it is. This is the same stuff that I got right here, and I've showed this stuff before. I kind of keep my DeWalt tools on board right here. I like taking the blower just because I like being able to blow off the pads when we go certain places, and you know, all the batteries are kind of interchanged here. So this is the 1/2-inch drive electric impact right here. These things have 1,200 foot-pounds of torque whenever you're going to remove one of the lug nuts there. So that's mine right there. I've got the sockets that I need for my trailer right there, and I just keep all these in the in this bag right here. I have not needed that for mine yet, but I'm going to keep it on board in case I ever do. All right, so I went ahead and picked me up one of these inexpensive breaker bars just to keep on board. I'll just keep it right there in front of everything. If I need to, I can use this to help break loose lug nuts or tighten them up, just because I haven't used that DeWalt yet for removing or tightening. But I'm thinking that, you know, I'll feel better about tightening up lug nuts with that and then checking them with the breaker bar there to get a lot of torque on them. And I also got me one of these little inexpensive 12-ton low profile bottle jacks too. Now that won't take up a lot of room. I'll be able to get it right up here in the cargo hold, and now I'll have one too, as you know, just to be prepared in the case of emergency. I know everybody's going to say just drive up on blocks, and I understand that. That's a technique we use, but it also works good to make sure that you have the tools that you need on board so that you don't have to worry about things. You know, just have some extra things on there for you whenever you get into that situation. It'll help out a lot. So that's what I wanted to mention right there. So he's got all those now on board of his rig. So we're hoping, we're crossing our fingers that we're not going to have any more tire issues. I know that it's always a possibility. There's a lot of opinions out there about what kind of tires you should run. Throw away the trailer tires and go with a LT tire, but that's not what we're doing. So I just wanted to share that. So get you some tools, some basic tools that's going to help you in a case of emergency, and just keep them on your trailer or in your truck, wherever. Just keep them on handy, so whenever you're headed down the road, if this happens to you, you've got the tools needed to change your tire out. All right, guys, we just left the weld.com shop, and we're in St. Petersburg now, and we're coming to a place that was recommended by one of my followers on Instagram, and we are at Ted Peters' famous smoked fish. I believe I read that they started in 1951. It's been here a very long time. I'm really excited to try this place. It looks really good online, so let's go give it a shot. Smoked fish to go. It smells good. I can smell the smoke. Looks like they specialize in salmon, mahi-mahi, mackerel, and mullet as their smoked fish. They have them in dinners and luncheons. German potato salad. They got sandwiches, burgers. and smoked fish to go. They got the smokehouse right over there where you can take it to go as well. Are you gonna try the mahi?
Of course I am.
I'm probably gonna go with mullet. I grew up eating a lot of mullet, so I just may go with that. Draft beer served in a frosty mug.
As it should be.
As long as it's Miller High Life.
Delicious.
That's the only one they offer is the Miller High Life, which is good to me. I used to drink that beer. Cheers.
Good. Cheers.
All right. We got our meal ordered. I'm going with mullet.
I ordered salmon.
Abby's going with salmon. I also got their famous fish spread as well. So I'm looking forward to trying that.
I can't wait to eat it.
There's their famous fish spread. Let's give it a try. All right, here's their famous fish spread here. It looks a lot like my mom's tuna salad that she makes. I need to ask them what fish they use. I'm gonna try it with and without the hot sauce.
Without? I said without. That's sad.
Good. Really good. That smoked fish is delicious. That's what I'm tasting, is that smoky flavor of the fish. All right, I heard her recommending the hot sauce, so let me try it with the hot sauce here. We might have to get a pint of this to go. Feed it to camper. Just some crystal.
Yeah, I drove past it today.
That's good stuff. Definitely worth trying if you come down here. Yes. So here's our meal. It came out quick too.
Yeah, it did.
All right, so here's mine right here. This is the smoked mullet. It is a, I wasn't expecting the full mullet.
That looks unbelievable.
You know, butterflied mullet, German potato salad, coleslaw. All right.
This is enough for like 12 people.
It is.
Yeah.
So you got the salmon, which
did.
looks great
It looks
too.
incredible.
Yeah, looks delicious. And Abby got extra pickles.
Yay, pickles.
All right, so I'm gonna give this a shot now. All right, so we're gonna give it a try. Now, obviously, I've already tasted it right here. I'm gonna pull another little piece off right there, but I think it's delicious. It's definitely got a lot of smokiness to it. Grew up eating mullet a lot. When I was young, my dad went mullet fishing. We never served it this way. He would always fillet it and just have straight fillets. But this is really cool. All right, so she was telling me, take the bone, the belly section right here, and you just pull it. And that pulls the backbone off of the mullet right there. Just like that. I'll just lay that right there. And we'll give this one a try on this side. Delicious. Excellent. I want to point out potato salad too. This is, they call it German potato salad. And it's very potatoey, very little like cream or anything in there. It's got the bacon in it. It's good. It's excellent. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm about to. The coleslaw. I like fine cut coleslaw. That's sort of a sweet flavor, and this one's good. I like that. So this is an excellent place. I'm really loving my meal. Abby said she
check out
loves
this
her.
salmon. Check out
Says she loves her salmon there.
It is amazing.
So that's the lunch plate right there. So the lunch doesn't come with the sides. That's the only difference there. So if you just want the fish, fish, you can just get the fish there. I'm happy with all of it. So we'll let Abby get back to her lunch.
Yes, indeed.
Water looks pretty down there. All right, well, we made it down to Clearwater Beach. We got the whole gang here with us. There's Mom and Dad that's with us too. And we're at Frenchys.
Frenchys.
We've been hearing about this place for a very long time. Abby had come here one time a while back, and they're supposed to have famous grouper sandwiches. So I think all of us are probably going to try the grouper sandwich today. So we have they have 99-cent beer, Bud Light and Shock Top. So we got us a beer. We're going to try the smoked fish bread, and I think we're all going to go with the grouper sandwich. So we're looking forward to it. We'll show you what it looks like and what we think of the food. And we might even take a walk down the sidewalk here and just kind of see what they got to offer.
Because I need a t-shirt.
Abby needs a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, I might need one too.
Yeah.
I might need a beer koozie and a sticker.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll let you know how the food is. This is the smoked fish bread at Frenchys, and it's excellent. Really good. I had some of this over at the smoked fish place. I don't remember what it's called. Ted Peters smoked fish. So it's very similar to that. Very good. That's awesome. We all ended up ordering the grouper sandwich, so we're gonna give that a try. That is excellent. I just love that kind of stuff. Very good. You try it? No, I'm gonna try it. It's not her jam. She just doesn't like that kind of stuff. Anything that's got like a cream or mayo mixed in it, she doesn't do it.
I'm sorry. I know I'm letting everyone down.
That doesn't have mayonnaise in it.
You don't like what you don't like. There's our original grouper sandwich right there. It looks delicious. They got the super grouper, which is a bigger one because they're going to be splitting that. And Sal and Abby got hers too.
Without tartar.
Without tartar. I went all the way. I got the tartar, all the fixings there. We had a great lunch over at the original Frenchys. Everybody loved their sandwich. It was delicious. Good place to go. And we're just going to walk right down here to the public beach access and just look at the Gulf, see what it looks like out here. Yeah, they got beautiful beaches here too. This is just like near our area, northern Gulf Coast. Nice white sand. Water beautiful. Really pretty here. I think Abby and I are going to be going out to the Honeymoon Island State Park tomorrow to visit there. And if so, I'll get some video of that place, but that'll probably be a separate video. There we go. That's about all we're going to do. I don't feel like walking out to the water here. Well, we had a nice day up in Clearwater Beach with lunch, and we made it back to the KOA here at the campgrounds, and we are in the pool. We got there's Gabby down there. She's got her beer cracked. They got a really nice pool here. It's very refreshing. It's really deep. It's 8 foot deep. So we're gonna have us a couple of beer, enjoy the pool, and then later on we're gonna go back to the camper, and I'm gonna be grilling steaks tonight for dinner. Well, our visit here at the Palm Harbor area, Clearwater area, KOA Campground is coming to an end. We pull out of here tomorrow morning, and we're actually decided that we're gonna leave from here, and we are headed over to St. Augustine for a few days. I've actually never been to St. Augustine myself. I've never visited there, but Abby and her parents, they have been there. A lot of my family members, they've been there, and they all love it. They said it's a great place. So we're planning on going over to St. Augustine. You know, we're gonna go tour the little downtown area that's got the fort and all the other places that everybody always recommends that we go and see. So that's where we're gonna be heading, going over to St. Augustine, and looking forward to it. Have a little bit more fun over there, over on the east coast of Florida, you know, and see that area there. So I've been busy getting everything buttoned up. I've been loading everything back up. I got my cargo hold right there that I put all my chairs, tables, everything in. I've still got a few more things to put in there. We have got the monkey loaded on the back of the bike there. We've got the pit barrel. This is what everything looks like whenever I haul it. You got the monkey, the pit barrel, my ladder. This is so I can easily get in the back of the truck because the truck is so big. So got everything loaded up. All we got left really is the cooler to load up, and I'm currently over there flushing my tanks right now and getting that washed out. We like to wash the tanks. I'll show you. We got the cargo area back here all loaded up. That's how everything looks whenever we get that done. And the only complaint I've got about the site, and then this is the same with most of them, is that the utilities, this really bugs me about campsites. You got the utilities, there's the sewer connection there, there's your power, and then this is your water. This right here should be back here in this area right there, okay? 2 reasons. So when somebody comes in here next to me, luckily there hasn't been anybody, when they go to hook up their stuff, their sewer line, it's gonna be hooked up right there, all right? When you're over here at the table trying to enjoy yourself or sitting in a chair, you've got a sewer connection right there, okay? You got their power line right there. This stuff should be engineered and designed whenever they do all this, that it's back there out of the way and you're not looking at that, all right? That's one of the gripes that I have about certain campgrounds. We go into most of them, they got them in the right spot. We go into some like this, somebody decided it's a good idea to have it halfway up the campsite right there, all right? The other thing is that this is too high. Right here, this, with this concrete and this pipe, that's too high. It needs to be lower. When they have them flush with the ground, it's a lot easier to get it from your pipe down there even, because you've got to bridge that hose all the way down. That should be flush with the ground. So that concrete, they should have dug that down and put that pipe and that concrete flush with the ground right there. And they did that with all of the campsites. I'll take you over here and show you mine real quick. See, I had to, luckily I had these 2x in my cargo hold there that I use for whatever I need blocking, all right? And I had to use both of my hoses because I only keep 2. We've got this, you know, this little accordion thing that I use to hold the pipe up. I got it stretched all the way out as far as I could, all right? But when I was dumping the tanks, I had a problem with all this hose just drooping down like that before it could get up to the accordion there. So luckily I had these blocks. I had to block it up basically to get it to flow down like you want it to flow down to the end. You see what I'm talking about, how high that is? It's just way up too high. So that's really the only complaint that I got about it. But we got her flushing. I've got to flush a fresh water connection to flush the tanks on our trailer, which works really good. So I just hook it in, I let it run until the water coming out is nice and clear, and then I disconnect it and I put everything up. So anyway, that's going to be it. I'm going to cut this off now. We really enjoyed our visit here in the Clearwater, Florida area. We're looking forward to coming back another time, visiting again, and seeing all the places down here. We really loved it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you come back for some more. We've got more adventures in store, and hopefully we'll see you again later.